Okay, so now I'm going to, in this project, we're going to talk about moving the rock across the screen because we're going to kind of make like an obstacle course for the rocket. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out an XY position. Now, if you notice, where I started my rock is not touching the edge. So that is going to be helpful for when we are doing this. So that way, when we say it touches edge, it's not going to be touching this edge. So what the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it I want it to move. Now, you see it's moving in the wrong direction because if I move, a positive number moves to the right. So a negative number will move to the left. So now I can do this. So I'm going to tell it to forever move that much. So if I did it 10 times, but I want it to go all the way across, and I'm going to add in some if-then statements. So now it comes over here, and it says it's just going all the way across. Okay, so what happens if it touches the rocket? So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to say if touching, under sensing, if touching the rocket, I want it to go back to the beginning. So I'm going to bring this XY out, and I'm going to say 168, 136. Okay, so now I'm going to do it. If it touches, so it didn't touch the rocket, so let's see what happens now. I'm going to move the rocket in its way. Touches the rocket, it goes back, and it starts again. So that's a pretty easy way to get to. Now, but wait a minute, it's on the edge. What happens if it touches the edge? So I have to add another if-then statement. So I'm going to say if, and I'm going to say touching the edge, I'm going to have it go back to that original position again. So I'm going to type in those original numbers, 168 and 136. So now watch, if it hits the edge, it comes and then it goes back to the beginning. So that way it doesn't just look like it's stuck here or doesn't look like it's stuck on the rocket. So this is just a simple way to move the rock. Now the next thing you're going to want to do, this is a little bit tricky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to say right-click, duplicate. Okay, once I duplicate it, now when I click the flag, it looks like I only have one rock. I'm going to stop it, but look, there's actually two. So I'm going to bring another rock and I'm going to pick a new position for it. Just like I did before, make sure it's not touching the edge. And now I'm going to look at my numbers and I'm going to change all my numbers. I'm going to say 190 and then I'm going to say negative 134. And I'm going to do that on this one. 190, negative 134. 190, negative 134. And so now I'm going to do that again. Right click, duplicate. But this time I'm going to get a third. Maybe I'm going to move this one here. So I'm going to do the same thing, but just give it a different starting position. So that way it's so that way they're not all on top of each other. And then it's like you have a field. So your numbers, here's your XY position right here. And so then each of these, you're just going to change the XY position. And once again, make sure you're not touching the edge. And you can make as many of these as you want to. So now I've got 3, they're going across. And now you see, like, once they start hitting them, they're at different locations. Or you could even add, before one starts, maybe I want to add a wait 1 second on this one. And then maybe I'm going to add a wait 2 seconds on this one. So then it looks like then they're going to start at different times and then they're going to be going at different rates and then it's not all the same. So now I'm going to go back to my rocket and I'm going to hook that back together. So now when I'm playing the game, I'm trying to make it through without hitting the asteroids. Okay, so then you kind of see how this is kind of getting through there. So the last thing that to end this, you could give yourself, if you accidentally do that, you can say edit, restore sprite, and now it's back. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say on the flag here, I'm going to add a third flag because I want it to, how long do I want to play the game? So I'm going to say on my flag, I'm going to say wait. Let's play the game for 15 seconds. Wait 15 seconds. Then I'm going to drag it. Stop. I'm going to drag it over here somewhere between here. I'm going to tell it to go. Make sure it's not touching. I'm going to say go to that, glide to that position, and then say something like, yay, I made it. So now I hit the play button, and we can see if we can avoid the rockets. Oh, it keeps hitting me. Oh no. So I'm going to get through, and I play for 15 seconds. At the end of 15 seconds, it comes back and says, yay, I made it through. So that is this project. I hope that you enjoy it.